Return to another part of Westminster. Our chief political correspondent Vicky Young is there. Vicky.
That's right, Jane. I've moved from central lobby of the House of Commons somewhere different to a Westminster pub because there are some people who are celebrating today. Obviously, people who have campaigned for this moment for a very long time. I'm joined by the former UKIP leader, Nigel Farage. So obviously you're celebrating today. Did you think this moment would ever come?
In many ways, no. I mean, 25 years I've been battling for this and standing in by-elections and fighting and being told I was daft and silly and it would never ever happen. So in a sense, for me, today's the day the impossible dream came true.
And what changed, do you think? What meant that this day could come about, given that probably 5 years ago, not many people thought this would happen?
I think the European Union's failure, its extension to getting the Mediterranean countries to join the Eurozone, and people seeing how badly that had gone and thinking, thank goodness we avoided that. I think the migrant crisis and the absolute rejectionism of what Angela Merkel wanted in terms of unlimited numbers of people coming. And I think just a sort of basic feeling that we were losing the ability to chart our own future, to make voting really matter, and to control our borders. So a load of things that came together.
And what about now? We heard from Theresa May today, quite a conciliatory tone towards the EU. Are you one of those who actually thinks we don't need to do any negotiation, we should probably just leave with no deal?
No, I don't actually. Look, our negotiating hand is enormously strong. They sell us £80 billion worth of goods every year more than we sell them. We have every reason to think that we should be able to negotiate a sensible trade deal whilst taking back control of our own lives. After all, it's in their interests even more than ours.
And do you wish the EU well? We heard from Theresa May saying it's in our interest that they do succeed.
I'm sorry, it is ridiculous for a British Prime Minister to say that we've got back our independence, we're going to go global, we're going to be democratic, we're going to be great. Oh, but you other 27 countries, no, you should stay run by Mr Juncker. It doesn't make any sense. Look, I've always, at least for 15 years now, taken the view that the European project is a mistake. Good idea to begin with, but a mistake. I would like to see the European Union break up. I would like to see a Europe of sovereign independent nation states that trade together, work together, and Britain playing a leading role in that.
But if the EU broke up, that would be pretty turbulent for not just our economy but theirs too, wouldn't it? That would bring all sorts of problems up for people.
But it's going to break up. It doesn't work. It doesn't work at any level. You've got opposition parties on the right, left and centre, all across Europe growing up. I can't tell you what's going to happen in the French presidential election, but Le Pen could become French president, and she's against the whole project. So, Brexit's not an isolated incident. Brexit is part of a Europe-wide phenomenon of people saying, this form of government, we never asked for it, we don't want it, we need a better future.
What do you say to those people, businesses particularly, who are worried about there being no deal for Britain, going on to World Trade Organisation rules, tariffs? Lots of people say, oh look, we'll be perfectly fine, we'll be perfectly okay. It's incredibly worrying, isn't it, for lots of business people?
Well, don't forget that, only about 17% of the global economy is the European Union. There is a huge world out there.
But we export a lot to the European Union.
Well, we do, but we also export a lot, and it grows every year to the rest of the world. Look, my priority is for Britain to be a global trading nation. Now, at the same time, I want us to have a grown-up deal with the European Union. I think in the end we're going to get that, but if we didn't, no deal for us is better than the current deal we've got.
Nigel Farage, thank you very much indeed. And there are many in the House of Commons today who are celebrating this moment. Of course, Theresa May said that she recognised that there were others who were very disappointed about Brexit. Everyone now, though, focusing on those negotiations and the kind of deal.
You didn't frankly have the balls to put country before party.